Hello all, and welcome to my first Five Nights at Freddy's theory video. Today I will be discussing the identities of the paper plates in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and then later on in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Alright, so first up we have the first paper plate that actually moves around in the second game. Alright, now at first glance, he may seem like he's Balloon Boy. I mean, it's very easy to assume that with his color scheme and his wide smile on the buttons. He looks a lot like him. But what I have discovered may contradict that. First off, let's look at Balloon Boy himself, the model from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Look at that. He has wide smile, 2 eyes, much like the paper plate. But count Balloon Boy's buttons. 1, 2. How many does the paper plate have? 3. So obviously it can't be Balloon Boy depicted on the paper plate. Well, then you gotta think to yourself, who in the series has 3 buttons on their chest? Who is the one that is always smiling at you with the big wide smile and the open eyes? And who's the one that has 3 buttons? The puppet. The puppet does. Using that logic, the only reasonable explanation for who the first paper plate is the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Moving on to the second one, let's take note of his tall ears, his bow tie, and his 1 button. Now immediately we know that it can't be Toy Bonnie, because he has no buttons. So who in the series has a bow tie and 1 button and tall ears, much like the paper plate? Five Nights at Freddy's 3 minigame Bonnie does. Let's take a look. You can see that he fits all the criteria of the tall ears, bow tie, and the 1 button. Using that logic, the only reasonable explanation for paper plate number 2 in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is Five Nights at Freddy's 3 minigame Bonnie. And now, time for the final one. This one is obviously a Freddy or Fredbear. Let's take note of the tall top hat, 2 small ears, the snout, the bow tie, and the 2 buttons. Immediately, you may think to Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Freddy. But no, because Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Freddy doesn't have any buttons. So how about Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Toy Freddy? He's a good candidate, but Toy Freddy has the 3 little dots. I'm not sure what you would call those. And the paper plate does not have them. So it can't be Toy Freddy. So who can it be? Well, it is none other than a Withered Freddy or Old Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. As you can see, Withered Freddy has the bow tie, the 2 buttons, the top hat, and the 2 ears, obviously. So that proves that the third paper plate is a Withered Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. But there's a problem. How can the kids who made these paper plates know about 3 different animatronics from 3 different locations? Think about it. Withered Freddy wasn't used in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 location because he was withered and left to rot in the back. And Five Nights at Freddy's 3 minigame Bonnie is from a whole different era than paper plate 1 and paper plate 3 because it has 1 button and the bow tie. And Withered Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has 2 buttons and a bow tie. He is from a completely different restaurant that we haven't seen yet. So what does this mean? I don't know yet. I'll have to figure it out, and I'll be back with you with another theory video. And in case I don't see you again, have a great day.